Yeah, let's talk about life from a red pill perspective. This is Project Aletheia. Do subscribe to my channel, like the video. We will talk about red pill truths, understanding women, understanding the plight of men. Here, let's just go ahead and listen in, and then I'm gonna make a comment. This is Candace has recently gone on Tucker Carlson and pointed this out as one of her things where, she had her and Tucker were kind of talking shit on Nick, on the Mexican, as you'll see me call him in my channel. And they did this because they're getting together as a bunch of bougie motherfuckers, and they're laughing because they have a very comfortable lifestyle. But Nick really does a great job at pointing something out. And I'm going to watch a segment of this video with you from right about here, and then we'll comment.
Last year, if I didn't have like the unshaken faith and my family, what would I have done? And sometimes when I see the things that you say, I do think, okay, he doesn't take into account family. Like, it's just Nick. Nick is in his own world, which can be, I think, a quite selfish perspective, which is fine. That's what you're saying. You like being selfish is another way to say what you just said. I like being selfish and I don't want to give of myself to somebody else. But
well, I also think there's something selfless involved, which is to say, I could go and start a family and drag them into a world of mine, which is pretty chaotic. I mean, is this really the kind of a lifestyle? If I'm banned on everything and I can't make a living, I'm banned from banking, I'm banned from credit card processing, I'm getting doxxed, people are showing up to my house trying to kill me, things like that. And what's more, I mean, let's also get, I also don't appreciate the lecture. You don't know me, so I know you're married, I know you're older than me, but you don't know me, you don't know my life, you don't know my situation. I don't think you're in a position to give me advice, especially as a woman, honestly. I don't think women, this is something in the right wing, we say we're anti-feminist, and then women go around telling men what to do, who are not their husbands. And
he's 100% being consistent with what he's saying, whether you agree or disagree. He's right. Especially as far as understanding the plight of young men, young white men in particular. She has no business lecturing him. I know Candace. Most people only know Candace for who she's become in the recent years, but where she was raised in Connecticut, very similar to a place where I was raised. Actually, I think her and I probably went to the same school. She basically grew up suing the mayor of the entire city where she's from, suing his child because of race allegations or race hate speech. She won. Then she got on YouTube a few years later, talked shit on some Democrats. Then she blew up. Then next thing you know, she's getting married to, the Lord Baron Farmer out in London, worth a couple $100 million. And now, she doesn't know what it's like to be a young white male. And to be fair, I mean, Nick has, and I've seen him over the last 6-7 years. He was banned from everything. He didn't take millions of dollars from anybody. I remember when he got kicked off of YouTube, and he went on to D-Light and got kicked off. And then he started his own platform. Milo Yiannopoulos tried to help him get kicked off with his own platform, this and that. Really, and if it wasn't for Elon lifting all that stuff off of Twitter, and then Rumble coming along, this guy has just been kind of scratching the bottom of the surface, trying to get his message out there. And I think he's done a really good job at exposing some things with Candace and now with Tucker that are going to be things that they're going to have to reconcile, because guess what? You got a young generation of young men who you've now separated yourself through degrees of separation. And because you're taking down their number one, you're taking down the guy that is representing their voice. Good job, Tucker, and good job, Candace.